Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here. Welcome to episode 9 of my Minecraft Skyblock Let's Play on my server, RainyDay.gg, that you can play along with me using the IP down in the top pinned comment and description below. You can also come to my island at any point with just /visit the NeoCubist, and it will take you right here, and you too can come on the server and see my real Lamborghini in person. I'd love for you to come here and check it out. And maybe, you know, take her for a little spin. You can play the server on both Java and Bedrock Minecraft, any version of Minecraft that you have on any device we support. All the info is down in the top pinned comment down below and description. Also, just a little heads up, @/spawn, which is where you start in the server. You can talk to the NeoCubist, me, right here. And you can go around the spawn and you can find these eggs all around spawn and earn 3,000 CC per egg that you find. They're all around the spawn, and this event will go on for a few days after Easter, so you still have time, and I highly encourage you to do it. Again, you get 3,000 CC all for free, not to mention all the CC that you're going to get from voting, and you can see the CC that you get from voting is 2,000, so you can get 5,000 CC all for free this month from voting. Those are cloud coins, our premium currency. You can also buy it with real money, but a lot of our players, even our top players, don't spend a dime. And yeah, I would highly encourage you to come on, check it out. Even if you're not going to play this season, just come get your free stuff. All right, who doesn't like free stuff, right? Let's go back. I tried to do /spawn to go back to my base. So what have I done between this episode and last? Literally all I've done is mine. I am so close to unlocking special lapis. I am so very close. I am 40% of the way there to unlocking expert. You can see I have 45,000 sky dust, and that's literally all from mining. These are all the blocks that I have. This is all the coal, and then this is all the iron, not to mention whatever is in my inventory. I've used this cell wand quite a bit. Basically what I do is I just put every bit of lapis into this chest, which actually, no, I think I put it into this one. And then all my filler blocks, I literally just throw into here, all the redstone and stuff, because I honestly, I'm going to keep those. I don't think I'm going to use a ton of redstone. I have a few devices I want to build, like a blast miner. And I don't know if we'll do that this episode or when we're going to do that, but at some point we're going to do that stuff. And I'm super hyped to do it. We got a big episode planned today. I know it's been a few days since the last episode, but you know, yesterday there was a hardcore episode that came out, so make sure you don't miss that. Okay, let's take all this out actually, and let's make it into lapis blocks. And again, the reason that I'm keeping all of this lapis is that eventually I'm going to be crafting this, which is just 9 lapis blocks, and that gets you an enhanced. Now, I don't have that unlocked, but when I do have it unlocked, you make 9 of those, and then you get a special lapis, which you need for custom enchanting. Sorry, I had to cough super bad. I feel like every time I start recording, I always have to cough a little bit, because typically, you know, I don't talk like this normally. I like to talk with a little bit more excitement than I typically would, but I still keep it low-key. I feel like some YouTubers, they definitely overdo it a slight bit. So once I'm done with that, I take my cell wand and I literally just sell everything that's in here. Okay. So yeah, we have $16,000, and that's pretty much all from just mining. So I wrote down a few things that I wanted to do here. Apply trimmer to the axe that we bought. I already did that because I actually started planting birch trees down there. So you can see we have trimmer. All trimmer does is it allows you, we'll do IS warp tree since we set up those warps. It allows you to break leaves instantly with your axe. Super nice. I bought it off of AH, I believe. Pretty sure, or I made a deal with the player. But yeah, I started planting birch trees because that's the next like tree on the list. And I don't know, it's just, I love wood cutting. You actually make a decent bit of cash from it. Like for example, let's see how long it takes us to get a stack of wood, right? It doesn't take very long. Let me get a stack. Okay. And then we sell that stack, and that's worth 25 bucks. And you made 25 bucks like that quick. So you can make a good bit of cash pretty easily if you just want to do some wood cutting. But everything's balanced. Mining probably makes the least amount of money, but it makes the most sky dust. So everything's kind of balanced, you know, with, you know, either making more money or more sky dust or whatever. So we did that. We do need to make, oh yeah, we bought it on AH. I wrote it down. We need to make an area for mobs because as much as I don't want to do them, something that we're going to have to get if we want to make a like an automatic blast miner is we're going to have to get creepers. Because, you know, obviously creepers drop gunpowder. So we're on chickens right now. I think we're to proficient, and then we would get to advanced. But basically all we need to do is build like a little tiny grassy area somewhere on the island. And I think that might actually be pretty nice. I'm just kind of, I think honestly we'll end up putting it over here, I think would be the move. It's just how much does it cost to upgrade everything, like in terms of size? So size is 10K. Ore generator is 50k. I'm going to spend the 10k because I do want to expand the island a little bit over here. Oh, low tool durability. Let's fix that. I don't want to break my axe with the custom enchant. I do not want to break my axe. Okay, we'll put this stuff up here. This is the best setup in the world, though. Being able to just turn around, repair, you know, your pickaxe or whatever. I love it. So basically, I'm just going to make like a little circle over here, kind of in the same pattern. And again, with this trimmer enchant, dude, it's so nice. What's going on with the auction house? I haven't really looked in here in a little bit. So you can buy an iron sword now for 200 bucks. A stack of iron net's a little bit overpriced, but everything is kind of, you know, changing prices and stuff. I haven't done a lot of Cloud Clash because I really like this set of armor I have. I believe I put all my grinder scales on here, and if you look in /clash, those grinder scales give you increased sky dust. That's probably how I got so much sky dust then, honestly. It's just from using those, and I can fly, so I'm going to make sure and utilize that to the fullest of its extent. And then we also have multi-place, which you guys saw me get from the Easter event, which is super nice that you guys can come on here and you get so much free stuff. So we'd love to encourage people to, you know, come and try it out. You know, to be honest with you, it's a good, you could call it a ploy, but yeah, it's kind of it's a good way to get people to come try out the server. Give them some free stuff, and you know, they come on, they try it out, and they end up playing here forever. So we're at 482 people on a Wednesday at 1 p.m. So this has been the biggest season by far. We peaked at over 600 players. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. That is truly incredible. And gosh, dude, I really like this trimmer enchant. I really like this trimmer enchant. So I'm going to have to make a bunch of this special wood here. And then I'm going to kind of outline how big we want it to be. So how much room do we have? Oh, we have a lot of room. So I don't really care if it's like a perfect circle or whatever. I just want it to be like over here. Maybe go over, you know, close to the edge over here. And then kind of the same thing like over here. Again, everything we're making is like somewhat organic. It's not all like perfectly shaped. So something like this, and we'll have to get the oak wood to fill it in. Yeah, maybe hold on. I want to shape this a little bit differently. So wherever it starts to change direction, let me like spend a little bit more time going like over here. Something like this. We'll do like a couple over here and then start to change the direction more. Yeah, so we're like, we're actually like right on the edge right there. So maybe start to come in right here. Sure, there we go. That's like probably my favorite part about Skyblock is just being able to have so much creative freedom with, you know, what you build. And then we're going to still outline this with dirt, and then we're going to plant saplings on it, of course. So we will buy the saplings. And I guess we might still have bone meal. I don't know. Actually, do we still have bone meal? It would be like in an alive chest. We do have bone meal. Thank you, Past Me, for keeping the bone meal. I do appreciate that. Past Me just did myself a huge solid here. So I don't have to rebuild the bone meal machine. And then we'll go into wood cutting. We'll buy a stack of oak saplings, which we actually might not have needed a whole stack. But I actually got a few good ideas from you guys in the comments. Sorry this is so loud. That's why I wasn't talking. But we got a few good ideas about, you know, maybe sprinkling in some azalea leaves. I just don't know, like, I mean, I guess I could literally just, like, you know, get some moss and spread it. The reason it costs $1,000, like, I'm going to explain this, right? People are like, why is moss so expensive? I bought one moss block for $1,000. By the way, don't do that. Go on auction house. Somebody is going to be selling moss or whatever in here. I guarantee it. Well, at least they're selling dirt, which is, you know, honestly what people use moss for. Yeah, for $3,000 for a stack. So you're going to scam yourself. Don't buy it from the shop. That's more there for the first day. The reason it's like that, let me mine for like 2 seconds here, and I'll kind of explain this. Let me turn it down. But essentially, you can multiply moss very quickly. I think most people kind of know that. Also, we may have stuff was in the hoppers. Yeah, stuff already flowed in here. Okay. Because stuff's in the hoppers when you use this, you know, it comes out from the hopper and into the chest. So we'll just take like some filler blocks, like andesite, for example. That's one of them that can do this. And let's say you just have like a bunch of andesite on the ground like this. All you need is bone meal, and you can multiply the moss like crazy. Like you literally just put the moss block down, and then you multiply it. And now look, you have all that. So that's the reason it's like, you know, kind of expensive, because, you know, you only need one piece. You don't need to buy a bunch of it from the shop. if that kind of makes sense to you. Oh, I also have a durable enchant on my pickaxe, which is basically it makes the durability of iron so much higher. I bought that from a player, and I also bought passive knowledge 3 from a player as well. So you just say looking for like passive knowledge 3. Now what passive knowledge 3 does, if you go to /enchant and we look in mortal and we find passive knowledge, chance to earn knowledge for the highest unlocked ore while mining. So basically it's going to give us extra lapis knowledge just while we're mining, which is super duper helpful. And then from these, you can grow these into these pretty trees, and we can get those azalea leaves. That was why I even bought the moss in the first place. But that one moss, right, it turned into 17 pieces of moss, and obviously you can just keep doing that over and over and over as long as you use your cobble gen and get moss. So that's one real good way to get moss for sure. Now, I don't know if I have to silk touch these or if you can just get them when you break them with a shear. I honestly can't remember. I'm pretty sure you actually get the flowering azalea leaf when you just break it. Yeah, you do. So we can essentially just break all these. I thought that was a beautiful comment. They said sprinkle them around like jewelry inside of your, you know. I don't want to break all the logs. I don't want them to disappear. Sprinkle them around like they're jewelry inside of your leaves. I think that's a good idea. We'll just have to see if they mix well. And also, you get a piece of dirt, right? So this is how you can make more dirt. You put the dirt down, you till it, and then it removes the roots, and now you have more dirt. And then you also get hanging roots, which, not my favorite, not my favorite block, but you can use them if you'd like. We need to break this. So we could just kind of sprinkle these around in here, you know, like that. And they look like nice little leaves or something like that. Could be cool. As long as we, you know, put them consistently all around here, just kind of randomly, I think it will add a little bit of variety to the trees. So thank you for your idea. I do read every single comment, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I do read like literally every comment. I'm not just saying that. I know YouTubers do say that and they don't actually do it, but I legitimately do read every comment. So if you guys ever have ideas or things you want to see or anything like that, just let me know and put it in the, oh no, and put it in the comments. And chances are, well, not chances are, I literally will read it. I don't know though, because it doesn't really match the leaves. It almost looks a little off because it's not the same color. I wonder if I could fix it by going in and adding like azalea, just normal like azalea leaves like this. That way there's like more variety. Let me break these. Yeah, I think that does look good. We're just going to have to put a lot more of these than we put in the flowering azalea leaves. But this is stuff, you know, I can just work on between the episodes. I don't think you want to watch me put down a bunch of leaves. But this is something for sure that I think will look good. We'll just have to make sure we put a fair bit of these down. That way it doesn't like blow the palette out too much. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Okay, nice. So let me grow all these, and then we're going to be putting dirt in here. And that's just because, you know, like chickens need stuff to spawn. I don't know why, but I just kind of want a patch of dirt in here. Well, grass, but I want a patch of grass. So we'll just put like a bunch of grass blocks with some space between them. And yeah, let me fill this thing in with dirt, assuming that we have enough. Do we have enough? Oh no, we don't have enough dirt. I guess I don't think chickens can spawn on anything but dirt. But luckily on the auction house, I believe, since we've been mining so much, we've made a good bit of money. People are selling like 32 dirt for, you know, a pretty expensive price. But as you can see, I mean, it sells out pretty quick. So I don't want to buy too much. I'm just going to buy just enough to fill in this area. Also, what am I doing? Multiplace 32. We literally bought Multiplace with the Easter event, so we can fill in stuff like this like super easily. So we probably just need to buy, what, one more set of 32? I'm telling you, man, that is definitely what I would spend the 3000 CC on. That is so nice. And then we can just go in here and make sure you turn it off. We can go in here. I'm going to put like a lantern down because it's a little bit dark. I'm sorry. I just realized it was dark as heck in here. And then we're just going to sprinkle some grass around. So that way, hopefully by the end of the episode, it will be spread throughout this entire area. Cool. And then we will just grow all these trees. I'm hoping we get a big one. I think if we grow... oh, yes! We got like a massive one. Nice. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'll make sure to get the ones on the inside corners first, because it'll be harder to grow those. Oh, we got another big one. Oh, that makes me so happy, actually. I love the big trees, especially on, well, usually, me saying I love the big trees, I really don't, most of the time. But for a build like this, I mean, it's what we want. I think they look like the best. Okay, let me grow all of these real quick. And then I'm going to grab some lanterns, which I probably put in here, and along with some fence. And we will light up this area. Now, of course, we're going to break... Oh, I didn't even finish it. But, of course, we're going to break all of the... whatchamacallit, the dirt under the trees. And we're going to replace that with just oak logs. And we can just use, like, the normal oak logs. That's fine. I may have to go plant some down there because I don't think 31 is enough. But we will make it work. Dude, I'm actually loving this. We just got another big one. Look at this. It feels like we're inside of, like a oak, like, paradise in here. Man, this is so sick. Actually, this might be my favorite island that I've made so far, like on Skyblock in general. This is beautiful. Look, we can hang a lantern up here, and we can hang... Oh, this is so nice. We can put a lantern over here. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh, this is so beautiful. And then we can just put, like, a few scattered around, like one in here, and then one over here because it's kind of dark. And then in the middle, of course, because it's a little bit dark, what we can do is we can take one of these fancy logs. We can put this here, and then we can take some of those mud walls. I don't remember where those are. Okay, those are right here. And perfect, because that's what I wanted. 2 of these, and then 1 of these, and then maybe another oak wood, and then some fence here. And we can make, like, a nice, like, proper chandelier type of deal, like a street light thing. Yeah, that's sick. Oh, and now we have a mob area. So we can take, I believe they're in our PV1. No. Where are my spawners? This is going to be a fun hunt. Okay, they're right there. And then we can put all of our chickens, for example, like over here. Okay, cool. So now we have 17 chicken spawners right there. It says 17. And should we charge them? I see you can't. I think we need to change that because it doesn't make sense that you can only charge them after you've gotten done grinding them. But maybe Kath has thought of that and she thinks that, we need to put this over here or something. So she designs all the gameplay stuff. So honestly, I just might be completely wrong on and off base about that. Well, let me go ahead and just remove this layer of dirt and then fill this in with oak wood. I will do that and be right back. And then we're going to build the auto-smelter, by the way. We got an action-packed episode. I feel bad because, I missed a few days because I took some time off. But to be fair, I made 8 videos in a row. I needed a few days. But now I've just been fiending to play, but I can't really do a lot of stuff without recording it. And so I'm going to give you guys a nice big episode today. And then there will also, I think, be one on Saturday. We will have to see, though. It's definitely going to be a pretty busy weekend with it being Easter and such. If I place these, do these look like they're going up and down? They do. Okay, cool. So we may actually have enough. Please tell me we have enough. I don't want to grow... I guess I could literally just grow a tree in the middle of here and break it. Oh, please. We're not going to have enough. No. This might actually be the silliest I've ever been. Can't I just put a tree right here and then bone meal it? Please, 2. Please. No. No. We turned over the oak sapling. Poor guy. Honestly, been through a lot. There we go. The perfect size tree. Now, is this enough? 11. Thank God for fortune. That makes this so much better. Yay. Okay, cool. So now we have a nice spawner grove, and we'll be able to put like all the spawners we get in here. And I think this looks pretty sweet. Now I want to go in and I want to sprinkle these and these, since that's kind of what we've been doing here. And let me know what you guys think about the azalea leaves. I think they look beautiful just because, there's like a nice little flower in them. I've always loved the way these azalea leaves look. And again, I don't want to do too many. And then we'll go in here and we'll swap them out. And we can do a lot more of these, right? Because these are just kind of like the palette cleanser to get your eyes used to this color in contrast with the other colors that are already here. So that's why we're using this. Oh my gosh. I just activated Lumberjack, which is a nice thing to do, but you just want to be careful you're not holding down shift when you're doing this. But yeah, this trimmer makes it so nice to be able to like do this. No. Honestly, no. Yeah, it'll be okay. We can't. No, it's not going to be okay. I see them, and I'll never unsee those. I'll never unsee them. Let me, oh, I got to break a leaf. We got to break a leaf. I do love building with like these big trees, but sometimes they can be a little bit tricky. Sure, we're just gonna have a bunch up there. Okay. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. All in all, this might be the best looking island I've made. Okay, we got to build an area for a super smelter. What I actually want to do is I want to build a little bit of a better spot for you to spawn in at. I feel like wherever you spawn in like should be kind of fancy, and right now it's literally just like there's literally nothing there. Kind of thinking. I think I want our spawn point to be... by the way, I don't think I've used these like a single time. So they might be a little bit useless. I think we want the spawn point to be like right here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this and then put one right here. I do, however, I want a few more of these little mossy things. So I'm going to plant like a little bit of an area up here. And we could just turn this all into moss very easily. Like I said, if you just build like a... Oh, dude, what am I doing? We literally have multi-place. We can do like multi-place like 4. And we can just do this and put it down. Well, we're already out of it. But you could do that like super duper quickly. And then we'll put moss here. We'll put moss like here. And we'll put it here. And then we'll be able to get a few of these little like tree things. There we go. And we can grow these up into the big trees and get a bunch of these leaves. But I also really want... Can we get more of them? If we just... Yeah, so I want to get some of those. So I'm going to mine out all of the fancy leaves that I want. Probably just going to actually mine out everything. Yeah, we'll probably just mine out all of them. Because I got that dog in me. I really want them. And we can make so many more shears. It's not a problem at all. These flowering leaves just look too good. Now, one issue is these are going to be... touching, so we just got to be a little bit careful. Wow, there's a lot of the flowering ones here. Yeah, I know it's almost broken. It's okay. It's okay. It's an easy to make tool. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. The server's trying to save you a headache, though. You know, if you worked on your tool really hard and you got some nice enchants on it, it definitely can be a little bit of a shame if you break your tool. So I think even though that was added because of some weird like bug that was from a plugin that we don't even develop, we'll probably end up keeping it in here or making it like an enchant you can put on your tool, which would be pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to do this a few times, not with any more trees, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out the moss. Let me just show you what I'm going to do. We'll just take out the wood. It takes like 2 seconds. If only I had lumberjack, but I wasted it. I used it a little too early. That's okay. So we'll just flatten out the moss here, just like this. I guess we could... Oh, yeah, we could use a water bucket. Actually, technically be a little bit quicker. But then you can just do this. And look, I want to get these. I want to get these nice bushes. They look so good. You can even put them in flower pots and stuff like that. But I don't really care about the flower pots. I just want the little trees. I think I could just click like in every spot. That's kind of funny, actually. Give me the little trees. Okay, so we got 6 and 2. This is going to make it so much easier. Let's go over to our tools chest, since I'm being a silly man. And why don't we make like a dispenser? Can we buy that from the shop? No, but you could craft it fairly easy because we do have redstone now. We could make a nice like farm for these materials. But for right now, we'll just literally take some water from our fountain and we'll just do this. And that will take away all of these things much, much quicker than I could ever do it by hand. And then we get like a nice area to start from scratch with on them. It is kind of annoying how sometimes they just float. Because water tries to take the quickest path off of where it is, so it doesn't want to go through things it doesn't have to. But if this was a completely flat area, it would just spread out and break everything really quickly. So maybe we just do that. I mean, look how much moss we have now. We started off with 1. You see what I mean? Like, we have so much extra. Let's do IS warp tree. And let's make this up in here. Because remember, we were doing our sugarcane farm. And, I guess we don't have, like, a super big area. Yeah, I mean, it's bigger than the other spot. And we can make this, I think water goes 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, let's go. Okay. So we can do multi-place 7, and that would give us 8 blocks in every direction. I don't think we'll have enough moss. Oh, come on. Be a good sport, Minecraft. Let me get... Yeah, we'll just go ahead and buy it. Wait. Oh. I was going to say, why don't I just bone meal it there? Wouldn't this be the best solution? Since we already had it in our inventory. Look, now we have all the moss. And we can put it right in the middle. Right in the middle. No? No. It needs to be 1 block bigger in every direction. Hold on. Let me get some andesite. We'll go back up to our house. This will fix it, I promise. If you're trying to do the same kind of thing, I want to make sure we get this right for the fans out there. We don't have enough andesite. Can we just buy the andesite? Someone's selling andesite. Kind of doubt it, and also I don't really want to buy it in blocks. I feel like that would be disastrous. Yeah, we'll just mine it. Give me like, you know, a couple minutes to mine to get like a stack of andesite. All right, we definitely got enough andesite. We got 59. All of this just to get something that I'm not even sure where to put. But that's the beauty of it. I want to make this island look good, and you know, we do a lot of the grind between episodes, but we make it look good on the episodes. So we can literally just put it like right here and make it a little bit bigger. And then we can put it in the middle. I realized that 9 by 9 would make it like actually have a middle. And let's make sure we spread it to every little section that we can. And now we can put water in the middle and it'll spread out among the whole thing. What? Is this not in the middle? Am I crazy here? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm so stupid, dude. It goes 8 blocks in every direction. It needs to be way bigger than this. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to the Neo-Cubist. He's going to lead you astray. He's a scammer. He's going to scam you for your moss. But either way, this does work, you know, like fairly well for getting these little patches of trees. We'll remove this between the episodes. But if you're trying to get patches of trees, you could do something like this. It's just the water is going to be a little tricky. Don't use the water, I guess. Don't listen to me, man. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, okay. Back up to the island where it is nice and bright and everything is happy. I am going to throw out things I don't want. I don't want this. I don't need the apples. I don't need 1 oak leaf. Don't need that. Don't need a hanging root. This I can just make into planks and then into sticks. That'll be more useful than what it is there. I don't need tough. I don't need the apples. I know I could sell them, but guys, I'm at the point where I have quite a bit of cash, and I don't really need that. I will just put up this, though, because we'll end up selling it, as well as the cobble. Okay, so I wanted to put... Oh, yeah, look, the grass is almost already spread throughout this entire thing. I wanted to put, like, a few, like, little flowers around. Like this. I like the way they look. So now we've got, you know, a few flowers spread around. And then we can even... how could we get clay? I guess we could turn mud into... Can we just buy the pots on the shop? We definitely cannot, because I guess you could make cactus farms out of them. Well, I guess we can make our own sort of planters, and we can make them fairly easily because your boy crafted way too many trapdoors at some point. I can't remember for what reason we did that, but we definitely crafted way too many. And you know what we could do? We could get Silk Touch, and yeah, I think those actually look completely fine. And we can just kind of scatter these around. I think that'll look really good. Easy peasy. We'll do one with a normal one. We'll put one over here. I don't want to put them where they impede anything, but to be honest, if they're just kind of on the exterior of this thing, I don't think they're impeding much at all. We'll put like one right here. One right here. Kind of where that dirt was where we had planted that tree. That's perfectly fine with me. Cool. Okay. So I want to make our spawn point look a little bit snazzier because, again, I thought it looked a little drab. I didn't think it was like the best thing in the world. And I don't like that. I want to have the best looking spawn on the island. So let's do /isgo. And the spawn point currently is right there. I want it to be right here. Okay. So we're going to stand in the middle of this block. Going to stand you facing straight forward. And we're going to do is set home. And that sets your island spawn point. And so I want to do this. Okay. And then I want to put grass there. But I need Silk Touch. Now we have 30 levels, but the chance of me enchanting this and getting Silk Touch, I'm going to say, are between 0 and 2%. Because the game typically does not like me and does not like giving me Silk Touch. But we'll see if any of like the suggested ones... Oh, thanks. Also, why did I not do it with a shovel? Can anyone tell me that? Why would I not enchant a shovel? Why did I enchant? Why did I? Don't ask me, man. Don't ask me. That made no sense. I agree. Okay, that should be enough. Go ahead and plant this back. Just took a few plugs of grass out. Just like in real life, you know, you got an area of dirt. You can take a plug of your Bermuda grass out and then plant it somewhere else. Very easy. Do I not have a shovel? Bro, I literally even had it. Literally even had a shovel. This man is absolutely crazy. Okay. And then I wanted to make it look nice and pretty. I don't know what that means. Do I want to plant like trees here? I have an idea, but I'm not sure if it's going to work out. We'll see. Hold on. Just to make it like a nice little like nook in a way that you spawn in. We are out of bone meal. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. You guys have already seen me build this once. I don't think you need to see me do it again. But did I throw away the composters? Yep, your boy threw away the composters. That's great. Thank you, Pass Neo, for throwing them away. But you make 9 like this. You need a chest boat, which I'll just craft because we might have it. But also, this is probably quicker just to craft it than looking for it. And then you need some hoppers. You're going to need... Okay. Okay. Can we just buy the hoppers? We're going to have to craft the hoppers? Oh, no. We probably don't have enough iron to craft them. At least smelt it up. But we're going to... we're going to be building a super fast blast miner setup here in a second. Yeah, we should have enough. Do we have any chests? Thanks. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate that solid 1 chest. I'm going to build this down below so that we don't end up destroying it again. I think that would probably be the best decision here. Now, I don't remember how many hoppers you need. That's kind of the issue I'm having here. That's not how you make a hopper. If only. That would be kind of nice, but that is not how you do it. Now, we'll make... I feel like I'm either going to need 18 or 9. I'm just going to go ahead and make 18 in case that is what you need. Because I think that is. Yeah, 9 on the top, 9 on the bottom. And then the composters. And then we need a couple fence. And then the chest boat. Okay, cool. So we're going to do IS warp tree. And we'll go down to like here. I think this is a good spot for it. And we'll take some lanterns. And we'll just like light up a little area here. And this is going to be where we make it. So it's really easy. It's literally just... Oh. Don't even have a... Do I have wood in here? Bro. I can't believe I had all that wood in there. I had no idea. We're going to make some chests. And this is going to be where all the bone meal ends up. So we'll just do like... Sure. That's perfectly fine. Something like this. But we don't have any excess hoppers. Hold on. I'm all over the place here. I keep forgetting to craft stuff. We will make the chest like this, and then we'll make the hoppers like this. Sure, we'll have a bunch of extra hoppers. Put the hoppers facing into here. IS upgrade on the hoppers. How much does it cost? 10K. It is what it is. It is what it is. And then we'll do like this to connect it over. And then this will be the composter output, I believe. So the composter's output into these hoppers. These will input into those composters, so place them facing inside. And then literally all you do, it's super, super easy to do. We're going to put the fences like this. We're going to put the chest down. We're going to go forward with it like this, easy peasy. And then just jump out of it. Then we're going to put a fence here. And then I did something crazy where I made my own like type of deal. We're going to have to break this. Why was that so difficult? And then we're going to put 2 hoppers down. We're going to break this one. And then we're going to put... Why do I keep breaking stuff and it go... Oh, what? I was holding shift. Where did it go? It went in one of these. I swear to God. I know it went in one... Oh, there it is. And then we're going to put this back down. But it's a little bit tricky. You have to break this. This is basically just going to be a chest. I know I'm being very confusing. This chest is going to just dump stuff into the boat chests. So we're going to break these. And I think they went into here and into here. Let's break this, which went into there. And then we will stick this here, the chest boat. And then it's tricky because you're going to like go into the hopper. Just make sure you line it up for it and just kind of like trust yourself. It's going to go like right here. You just have to kind of line it up like in the middle. Oh my God. I can't do it. It's so difficult. Beep, beep. We're backing up. Sure. Maybe this is close enough. I don't know. Let's see. Will this deposit stuff into here? But only into one. Okay, that should be fine. So essentially how this thing works is you go in the shop and my inventory is full of junk. So I'm just going to deposit literally everything in my inventory into a chest. We'll grab it out in a second. Okay, go into the shop. Go to, not items. Where is it? Not. Oh yeah, blocks. Buy the large ferns. Fill inventory. Confirm $23 for an inventory of these. And you can just put them in here. But even better, you can put them... Bro. You can put them directly into the chest boat by getting in it and then just doing this. I know it's really loud. I'm sorry. But it puts all of this into here at once, right? Except it's not doing the other ones. We're going to have to move it a little bit. We're just going to readjust. I think we might be in a winning spot right there. Nah, see, it's not putting them in there. You just have to find the right position for it. It's a little bit tricky, I'll admit. But once you find that winning position, it'll deposit in all 9 of these at once. I am so sorry about that noise. It really is grating, I know. Okay, yeah, see, now it's not. I'm going to go ahead and try to find that position. I'm not going to make you watch this. Okay, there you go. And once you find the winning position, basically it means it's depositing in all of these at once. And then it should still be getting the stuff in the hopper, which you can see happening right there. Okay, cool. Now just get out. Don't touch it ever again. That's basically it. I mean, as long as you don't touch the wasp keys, you'll be okay. But you can go ahead and just like load this up with ferns. It works slower from this chest. If you put them directly in here, it'll work a lot faster. But you notice that after just this short amount of time, we have over a stack of bone meal. So it's like really, really quick to get bone meal. You could like make a cactus farm, go into one of these. You could do a variety of different things. The whole point of this was to go ahead and grow these trees. Now I'm hoping we get a big one, but I don't think we're going to because these are too close to other trees, which is okay. But I want it to feel like kind of... We're definitely going to have to go grab this stuff. Okay, so we're back up here with our stuff. We're going to want to clear this out a little bit. But I want it to feel like you're in some sort of like grove. You know what I mean? Like you're inside of a cool section of... Like, I don't know. You spawn in, and I want you to be amazed by what you're seeing. And so we'll have to go in here, of course, and we'll add, you know, a few dots here and there. Oh, we did grow a big tree. Nice. A few dots of these flowered trees, and maybe even a couple in here. Just so you believe that it's real. You know, I don't know if people will believe that, you know, this is a real island if we don't add these little bits and bobs of leaves. So we'll just do that all around. Okay, so something like this. Okay? So you're going to spawn in here. And then you're going to walk out into the island. And I think that's kind of a cool feeling. I don't know. Let me know if you hate it. If you hate it, I'm sorry. But I feel like this looks pretty good. We'll put little splotches here. And then we'll go and we'll take... What is in our offhand? We'll go ahead and take these little flowering bushes. We only have one more. Oh, the other ones we turned into bone meal accidentally. Oh, I guess we do IS warp tree. And then we can fly up here. And since we have more bone meal, we could probably get one in like 2 seconds. There we go. Now IS go, and it's fixed. Okay, so now we're going to build our auto-smelter. I just don't know exactly where that is going to go. Like, I actually have no idea. Someone help me, please. Where does it go? Also, if we hang a lantern here, it's going to be like touching your head. Honestly, it's okay because it's not in the path that you're walking out exactly. I think that looks good. Okay, cool. So where do we want to build the auto-smelter? Probably not super close to where you spawn in. Probably close to the mine. I feel like that's going to be probably the best course of action. Also, this. We don't need all that. Maybe like right over here. It just needs to be like a semi-flat area. But I want to build it like into the wall. I don't want it to feel like it's like completely separated. So I'm going to like drill this out, right? And we're just going to like square this area off-ish, kind of. If that makes sense. So let me go down IS warp tree because we had a bunch of like wood down there that I just totally forgot. I really did not remember that we had wood down here. And we'll take this out and then we will craft it into the fancy schmancy wood. And then we'll go back to the island. And we know, I know there's a gaping hole in our island. I know. And then we'll just kind of like break out all these logs that are up here because those were technically trees. and just kind of cut this section off just to make it a little bit bigger. So we're, you know, I like that this is an organic build, so we can make it bigger and smaller as needed. I think that that's pretty nice. And it'll be cool because, you know, if you smelt your iron, first of all, it's really useful. Second of all, it's worth more money when it's smelted, and you get all the stuff to smelt it anyways because you get a bunch of coal while you're mining. And if I can just like turn around and throw it into here, super nice. So yeah, we'll just build it out like over here. I'll give myself a little bit of room like this, just so that I have room to build it. And we'll go ahead and connect back over to here. So if I have to, you know, make this area a little bit bigger, okay, sure. I don't mind cutting off one little area right here. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the same process. I'm going to fill this one in with just like this normal wood, though. I know my inventory's a mess. Don't tell me. I know. Also, I don't want to do multi-place because I want it to be random. And I think the way I achieved that was literally just doing this, wasn't it? I believe so, right? Yeah, this looks like that. Okay, well, I'm going to fill in this area, grow the trees on the sides. You've already seen me do that twice, so let me do it real quick. Okay, so we have, oh, well, I forgot to do one part of this, which is, okay, we're gonna fix my inventory. I'm gonna sell all this stuff. Gonna sell all this stuff. Okay, yeah, now that my inventory is totally fixed, sell this stuff. I forgot to remove the dirt at the bottom of the trees, which is not really like a big problem. I'm just saying, let me do that real quick. Okay, so now we have an area with it's not really like that flat in any one spot, but I think we can fit the super smelter like back in here, something like that. So if we need to, you know, add a few blocks here to make it up here more flat, this should be good. Again, we really only want to do like 8 of them in a row, and they're all going to be the blast smelter, which I assume that I kept. I don't know why I wouldn't have. Yes, the blast furnace is right here, and we even kept all the rails and stuff like that. Cool. Okay, so I can go ahead and put up, excuse me, sorry. I can go ahead and put up all the alive stuff because we're not going to need that right now. And then we can go ahead and put up a little bit of the wood stuff, but I want to keep some of it on us. Okay, cool. Sure. Sure. And I'll put up even the dirt, because we don't need the dirt. We're going to, ironically enough, we're going to need more hoppers. I don't know if I'll leave the hoppers down there at my other thing. It's just, you know, you only have a limited number of hoppers on your island. So is that really what I want to spend them on? I don't know, but we don't need nearly as many hoppers as I was using before. I know. I was being a silly man. I get it. As for where all this stuff ends up, we can honestly just put the smelters like right here. So I want it to be 8, right? So 3, 6, 9. So we'll move it one more over here. Okay. And then I guess I do need the fence and the lanterns. Lantern? Oh, I still had the fence. Because there's a nice tall tree up here that I can see a little opportunity to put a little bit of light on. That's why I like the day-night cycle in here. Like, I actually do enjoy having a day-night cycle. And, you know, if you don't, you can... Someone said you could buy a bed or you could buy wool from the shop. I had no idea you could buy wool from the shop, dude. The things I don't know. You'd think, you know, oh, you own the server. You got to know every little thing. No, I don't. I don't know every little thing, and I'll be the first to tell you that I do not. Also, this is not going to be as this isn't going to be a max efficiency like spawner. It's just not going to be. Okay. And then we put the rails here, right? So this is going to deposit the items into the chest. I'm going to need like levers, but the thing is we have redstone now, so that actually makes this like a lot easier. We do have access to redstone now, but I'm still probably going to use a lot of levers just because I like to be able to turn things on and off. So even though they're kind of, you know, archaic in a way, they are nice because you can turn things on and off. And we have 11, so we might not need to craft any. Now, if I can remember how to make this thing, I believe the rail needs to run into a block so that it can bounce back and forth. So I'm just going to do that. This is going to be where it bounces back and forth. And, okay, that should be fairly easy. Now, we need 2 hopper minecarts, which we did not have before, I don't think. No, we did have... But how did I build this before? Oh, no, I had built a proper one on here. It was my hardcore where I didn't build the proper one. That's right. So as long as, you know, we power this rail, which might be a little bit more difficult. How do I get power to that? This. Okay, so it goes back and forth, right? And then all we need to do is we just need to have the ability to turn it on and off. That's it. So now it's off, right? And then obviously like back here, this needs to be where another hopper minecart is. And then let me break a few of these. And this is going to be where the coal goes in. So I don't know, like what I did before was just kind of crazy and completely unnecessary. Okay. How much does it cost now? 15k Skydust. Well, we're using up most of ours, but what does this make the limit go up to? So it goes from 75 to 100. That's fair. Honestly, that's fair. Okay. We'll put them here and here. Okay. And then we just need like the same kind of situation for this. So a powered rail here and a powered rail here. Obviously, we don't want them to connect. Why are you being silly? Why are you being silly? Oh, now I remember why. Now I remember why this is such a pain. Okay, I'm gonna build this. I'm not gonna make you watch it. I don't know how this is possible, but I expanded it out, right? And then I put it, and then I broke it, and it didn't move. So I'm just not gonna touch it. But I'm afraid if I update anything, these are gonna connect. So let's just not do that. So I'm trying to think like, how do I power these? And I don't know. I guess I could literally just use redstone blocks. I think that would probably be the best option here. But the issue is I don't want them always powered, because then I can't put the coal in there. So I don't actually want that. Why is this such a struggle? Why, Minecraft? Why? I guess I could literally just put redstone and then a repeater going into this one. But like, if I want to, can I put the lever up here? Like, really? Why do I got to put it all the way up there? It's such a pain, Minecraft. You are such a pain sometimes. But okay, sure. That's just how that has to be, I suppose. It's just got to be that way. Don't ask me. I don't know the answer. Why it has to be like this, I don't know. Okay. So we have a way to turn it off, which I guess is going to involve... Well, in reality, these are always going to be on. It's just, you know, you turn it off and on with these. Okay. That's not going to work. That's actually not going to work because there has to be hoppers above. Okay. All right. All right. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask somebody else to like figure that part out. But I at least know that these are going to be hoppers here. And each of these hoppers is going to be something different. So to make them both accessible, we'll put one this direction and then we'll put one this direction. So this one's going to be coal and this one's going to be your actual input. So what I'll do is I'll go over here to our chest where we put these. So these are the two item frames that we had for our smelter. I like how I kept everything together, right? I did definitely. I kept everything together. So this, and this is this. And then what we'll do is we'll go in here and we'll grab just a little bit of each. We'll grab like a little bit of iron. Wow, I have no inventory space. Okay, we'll grab one piece of iron. We'll grab one piece of coal. We'll deal with that in a minute. And obviously this will be the iron input and this will be the coal. And then we just put the, I feel like these were on different layers whenever we made it last. I feel like I've somehow made this wrong. I don't know. But now when I turn this on, oh, that's right. It doesn't power the other one. Why is this not bouncing back? Wait, why did we remove the levers over here? Don't ask me. Okay, so we, well, at least we have the solution for that one. But we do not have a toggle for the other one. And I think we'd have to use like redstone dust maybe. And like break it and then like put it over here. Oh no, we don't have any. How much does this cost for the redstone limit? Oh, it's literally 1,000 Skydust. We'll go ahead and buy it a couple times. Oh, I can't afford it. Wow, we have 5k Skydust. That's nice. That doesn't work. Why don't you work? Okay, I think we need to make a redstone repeater. And I honest to God do not remember the recipe for that. Repeater. Okay, we're gonna have to type more. Also, how do you get resin blocks? How do you get resin bricks? I don't know. How do you make this? Oh, we need smooth stone. We need the smoothest of stones. Do we have any? Oh, we have the other form of it. No. No. We have to wait like 2 seconds. Hold on. I'll wait for it. Okay. Well, I guess we actually only need to wait for one. And then we're going to need some redstone torches. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. Don't yell at me in the comments too hard. I'm sorry. I am just not with the redstone. I don't understand it. So we need to get power to that block, right? So that means there needs to be a repeater that's like shooting into this. And then we need the wood here. Yeah, sure. And then the redstone has to go all the way around. There we go. Now it powers both of them. And now it'll turn off both of them. Okay, cool. And I just kind of like hide this redstone here. It's pretty easy. We'll just do this. Now look, it looks natural. Nobody knows that that's the thing there. That's completely okay. Yep, look. Easy, easy. And now we can just load those up and they should work. We just have to have like an output chest, which, honest to God, I completely forgot that we would need to output them. So let's figure that out. I'll probably have the output chest like over here. That looks good to me. We'll just make it like a single output chest. I don't think we really need like a lot. If we have a double chest full of iron, we have other issues. We'll definitely be selling it before that's the case. And then we'll just put a few of these here like this, and then a few of these here just to make it look even. And there we go. Now, I don't particularly love how you can see like through the bottom of the world with this chest here. So we'll literally just do that and do this. And it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but from above, that looks so much better, so much more solid. And yeah, now there's our output chest. Now, I do want to say, I'm probably going to put a crafting table right here. And I'm going to go grab some trapdoors just so that we can make this look as pretty as possible. And we'll put trapdoors there. We can open it up and grab it. Okay, I'm going to clean out my inventory so that we can start to move some stuff, because I don't think we're going to do any other building today. So let me put up all of my stuff. Okay, so that is everything where it needs to be. And now I can grab just a whole ton of iron, which we've been saving up. This is going to be kind of a nice moment. And we can put it into the iron chest. Look at this. And it's going to load up into the hopper very quickly. Nice. And it's going... Why is it not... Why is it not loading into the... Dude, I swear to God, if I felt this whole thing wrong, I'm gonna crash out. He's gonna crash out. Watch out, guys. Right? This should work. I have successfully crashed out. I'm gonna have to ask someone on the server that knows about redstone, bro. Well, at least some coal's gone into there, but where's the iron going, man? It's filling up. You see, it's filling up, but it's not dropping the iron in there. Shouldn't the hopper be putting the... Oh my, I'm so stupid. You can't, the hopper minecarts apparently cannot deposit things. Okay, thanks. Yeah. They can't deposit things into inventories. They can only deposit things into hoppers. Does that make sense to anybody? Does that make any sense? Like, not if you understand it, but why it's like that. Does that make any sense to anyone? Because now the issue is that it's going to... Yep. We love Minecraft. Yep. Bro, I actually fully crashed out, bro. Okay. No. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. It works now. It works now, right? Sir, I need you to work. No more messing around. Okay, it's because it wasn't a solid block. Oh, okay. Okay. I was about to be like, this is the end, man. Dude, I think it took like 15 minutes to get these. You have to like break blocks, add them, then break them, and like trick the game by like putting a... What is it these automatic mines that just make me so angry? Okay. We can at least put this back to being iron. Okay. And I guess the good news is that it does indeed work. This lever literally just opens the trapdoor. Maybe it's best if we just remove that one and then put something like a stair there. Or a slab. I feel like stair is better. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. A stair is better. There we go. Okay. So it works, and it makes iron like pretty quickly. And now all I've got to do is I just put coal in here, and I put iron in here, and flick some levers. It's fairly quiet, and it just kind of hums along and makes me a bunch of money. I think it's pretty cool. I think personally that's pretty cool. I mean, we've added a bunch to this island in one episode, and I think that this is a win for sure. Is there anywhere that's like kind of dark? Maybe over there when the thing's not running. I don't know. We could technically put a lantern here if we can. There we go. Cool. I like it. I think that's pretty cool. It's like grown. It's like into the tree. I love it. I love it. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see. What did we do? We have the mob area. Work towards getting standard cow spawners. That's what we're going to do in the next episode. We're going to have our chickens over here. We're not standing close enough to them, so they're not spawning, which is fine. Just make sure you AFK near those. Super smelter. Oh, yeah, we can make the boss brewer now. That's actually a fun thing I didn't even realize. So in your studies, and if you look in your coal study, you can see you eventually unlock the boss brewer. Now, you make that with some coal blocks and some special coal. So we look in PV1. We have the 3 special coal there that I saved up, and then we we definitely have enough to make a couple coal blocks. We just need 18 coal for that. So we have that right there. And then we can make 2 coal blocks, and we can put those there and there. And we take the special coal, and now we have a boss brewer. So, what does a boss brewer? Like, what is a boss brewer? This is a special brewing stand that's going to allow you to brew special potions using these ingredients. So we're going to need a few things. If we're going to make a proper brewing station, we're going to need a few things. I mean, that's just how brewing stations work. We're going to need a cauldron with water, which kind of like, honestly, it's like not really that useful because I'm pretty sure it actually subtracts water whenever you use them. We don't use this. We don't use it. We're just going to remove it. Okay, and then we can fill those with, like I said, you can fill them with water, but like realistically, I'm just going to turn around and like use the fountain because it like removes the water from them. And you can do like a good bit of potions in there. It's like not that big of an issue. Also, is anyone selling glass or do I have any glass? I do have glass, so I can craft these. Okay. Now, I've never done this before, so honestly not even sure how it really works. But, chest? Barrel? Chest. I like barrel. Barrel seems better to me. We'll literally put a barrel right here, and then we'll put the boss brewer on top of it. And look at that. We just completed a little bit of a mission there as well. And then we'll put a couple other barrels over here for just bottle storage, stuff like that. Okay, let's go pick up this wood. So what mission was that? It was completed the alchemy mission. So we're going to do /missions. And I believe that's in advanced. No, is it in intermediate? It is. Okay. Brewing stand, cauldron. Nice. And now we get a random... Oh, we got a potion of looting. That's like the best one, dude. That is like the best one. Well, I like it because you can get stuff to make clash armor quicker. And we still have this other helmet. This was our enhanced one, which we needed to use whenever we're like wood cutting and stuff, but I keep forgetting to take off. This is the one we got from the tutorial. But I'm going to assume if you do /dungeon, you can look at the potion. So you look at brewing and you see, let's say we want to make a potion of dust, right? So you need a pollinated flower, which we do have, and you need to make an awkward dust potion, which is going to be a water bottle and rat dropping. So we are going to do that. We're going to take a water bottle. And, oh, we're going to take 3 water bottles. Hopefully we can actually do this. And we're going to take this, and we're going to take a rat dropping. And then we're going to brew that along. What is the next step for the potion of dust? This doubles your sky dust, which would be super sick to use while we're mining. And yeah, you combine that with a pollinated flower. Okay. And I believe you get that from killing the iron golem, which is the floor 1 boss. Okay, and now you do this. Oh, this is super sick, actually. Okay, and then a pollinated flower. And then we should have 3 potions of dust. Ooh, this is sick, dude. It's actually sick. So we'll put all the ingredients into here. I don't know which of these are like, actually ingredients and which are not, but like I don't think this is an ingredient. I don't think you're ever going to use nether wart either. Also, don't we have other ingredients? I feel like we have more ingredients in this. I don't know where did I put them? I feel like we had more ingredients than this. Yeah, like the bogged bones and stuff like that. Are those in my PV1 or something? Don't tell me I somehow lost all of those. I'm going to be a sad man. Remember, we had like a ton of brewing ingredients. No. No, we had like, we had so many bogged bones and stuff like that. Okay, they're in our they're in our inventory. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, and now we have 3 potions of dust. Now the thing is you could sell these on the auction house. I don't know what people are selling them for. 10K a pop? Oh, we could be a rich man now. But basically you drink one of these, and since we have our grinder plus 15, which again, if you missed that earlier in the episode, I went over, but the grinder skills, that was going to give you a 15% chance to increase sky dust. So if I was to drink one of these, I want you to just watch our sky dust, okay? We're at 5264. Just watch it over there for a second. Again, we're at 5264 is what we started at. So imagine this for like 5-10 minutes. You see what I mean? And you could do /dungeon potion, and you can see it lasts for an hour. So I think you guys know what we're going to be doing. We're going to be getting so much sky dust between episodes here. And then we're going to be getting so much money from putting them in here. Why you no have... Oh, I guess it doesn't deposit it quickly into there. We turn them both off then? I just let them fill up for a second. Are you not filling up? Oh, you are. They're just going straight into here. Okay. No, continue on, good sir. How much iron is in here? Oh, this thing was nice, dude. It works so fast. Oh, I love this, though. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching the episode today. I do hope that you guys enjoyed it. We definitely did a ton of stuff today. It was a nice, big, juicy episode filled with great content. Okay, that was a little bit full on myself. I don't know if it was great content, but I enjoyed it, and I hope it was great for you guys. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope to see you in the actual server. That would be super cool. You know, you can hop in a VC with me in the Discord and stuff. We always talk to fans and hear you guys' feedback, and it's just really nice. It's really nice. So we're going to do IS public, so you can come and /visit my island whenever you want to. So everyone, come say goodbye for the episode today. /visit the Neo-Cubist. And then we'll do the secret code for today's episode is going to be 7862. So put that down in the comments below if you want to show me the watch the entirety of today's video. Again, secret code 7862. Okay. I somehow have lost a leaf. I don't know how, but we did, and we need to put it back. And I'm going to preemptively turn down my sound in case people start wailing on me. But thank you guys so very much for watching. I do really, really appreciate it, and I do hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know if you like these azalea leaves mixed in. If you don't, we can always remove them. It's not that big of a deal, but I do kind of want to hear opinions. I'm kind of mixed on them. I like the way they look, but it almost looks a little out of place because they're not the same color as the leaves. I really don't know. But thank you guys for always coming and saying goodbye. It really does mean a lot. 493 people on. Actually insane. Dude, that's crazy. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!